Here, maybe you can hear it popping.
Oh,
And
that
Oh,
sounds
that was
satisfying.
awful.
that was very pleasant sounding to literally turn on the sound. Like literally all I hear is thumbs in the wrong place, snap, clack,
You gotta
crack.
get used to like skeletons
ooh,
and undead. That's
ooh,
nothing. That's just
Yeah, no. Like freshman year of high school, I dislocated my shoulder and left it for 2 years, so I had to get it surgically reattached.
Ooh.
And I dislocated both my pinkies, both my wrists. This one still snaps like this.
Mm-hmm.
And this thumb you can see is still out of place, but whatever, it's fine.
Cool,
and that's
cool.
why I don't play sports anymore.
Um.
By the way, hi everyone.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're live.
Oh, hi people. Yeah, hi people. Listen. We got thumbs up this time, okay? We did.
Yeah,
It was a thing. There were thumbs up, all right? Listen, your hands are small. You know, you guys got like those Trump hands over there, so it was hard to tell if they were up or down, you know?
Maggie has big hands. What are you talking about?
I've
She's
never
just a small person.
I've never
I'm a
met
small
Maggie.
person, but I have large hands.
I was gonna say she's like as tall as my wife, so I imagine just everything else is tiny as well. So, but so what was I gonna say? Oh, Ollie, I'm saying nothing. It's all you.
Yeah. I'm the DM.
You have no power here.
The way to the tomb, as you were described, is pretty easy. You don't need horses or anything. It's not too far away. What? Stop being weird, Scott. Just because you're not a DM. You start walking, and it's not very pleasant. For two of you, it's too bright, and it's boring. Like, the city is interesting. This is just like a field, and it's not even like a field that's being worked in, so it's just boring. It's just grass and flowers and really pretty trees and animals. Who cares? This isn't what I signed up for. And then it starts to get slightly more pleasant for Niet in particular, because it seems to get darker and darker, and you get closer and closer to the tomb, and you can see it in the distance. It's exactly where she's described, right near the edge of a pine forest. And there's a blanket of cloud surrounding everything that almost blocks out vision. Now, all of you have dark vision. You can see in the dark, but if you were a mere human, you would be stumbling in this unnatural blackness as the sun just does not penetrate this cloud. You can see the front of the tomb. You can see it's sort of like a wedge that goes downwards underground. Same sort of Gothic architecture. It's quite a way away. What you see that may be more important is in front of the tomb is a pack of black wolves eating.
Are we supposed to see something?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, actually, now. Yes, now. You're meant to see something. But I just have to do it chunk by chunk because it's the way Roll20 works. You can see a pack of black wolves with one very large head wolf. They are eating a deer. Because of the necromantic energy, that deer is like gutted, and the first half is still trying to move with blank eyes. It's trying to pull away, even though it's basically half a deer from the alpha that's eating it. The alpha has first dibs, and there's something weird about that big old wolf there.
Something weird
That's
about the
what
big old wolf.
Big old wolf.
Ollie, are we supposed to be
see a
seeing
wolf.
the wolf on the map?
Yeah, like, I don't see anyone.
Where are you guys?
Definitely.
Yes.
We're
We're
over
down
here.
here.
You're down here. You should. It's probably too dark for you little petty people to see. The wolf
How dare
is
you,
up
sir.
this way. If I move you a little bit just for the sake of it.
I have dark
The wolves
vision.
are up there.
Okay.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, I see him
Yeah,
now.
I can almost.
You can sort of see
It's
them
like
on the
a
edge.
dire wolf. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ollie, do I have my superior dark vision on the map yet? Because
Yo, this
doesn't
version
seem
of
to
you
be.
does. I changed it on the other page.
I have dark
Very
vision.
dark.
Oh, there we go. I can
Yeah,
see
you
much
have
better
it.
now.
You just it's very dark.
Mwahaha.
I have dark
Ooh.
vision, but I don't really see that very well. And it's
Yeah.
only 30 feet, so.
I get to see a ton because I also get to see through your eyes, Aaron.
Unless dwarves have like a superior dark vision,
No.
you have the right amount. But I
Yeah.
might be.
Three of us have 60. One of us has 120.
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's just you can only see in dim light,
Yeah,
so you
it's
still
dim.
can't see much unless you
It's-
have a torch or something.
Like colorless
deal.
dim
You
light.
can see that. Yeah, you probably hear them before you see them. It's like, oh, wolves.
Yeah.
And there's this alpha just eating the lower half of the deer while the others sort of wait expectantly. And there's in the darkness, it's even though it's dark, it's clear there's something wrong with that alpha wolf.
I just took a bite. Taking a step back, I'll kind of say quietly, should we engage or move around?
If we kill the alpha, the others will run off.
The culling of wolves is not our job.
No, but getting past them is at the moment.
All right, we are having a long conversation and that corpse is quickly disappearing. Yay or nay?
Kadir has like no
Unless you have a way to
everyone, like,
disguise your
it's
scent.
not for the
He has no
writing
strong
vote.
feelings, one way or the other.
Unless you have a way to disguise your scent, I highly doubt we can sneak past it.
Also, there's a lovely door to the tomb right there, doesn't it? There's
Yeah.
a bit around.
They also might have their... They might be satiated after this, so just make a decision. Are we killing them or not?
Well, we need to get past them anyway. The door's that way.
All right, well, I guess step 2.
If you want to fight, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Not a problem.
I won't even say this. Like these wolves
Yours okay
are
with this.
watching you too. They know you're there.
I mean, it's possible to scare them. I think that's the only other
Yeah, I mean,
option.
they can have initiative and not fight.
Bjor would turn towards Tyrion and
Turn it.
I just can't say your name. I
Don't
know
worry
why.
about it.
Turnin. You would turn towards Turnin.
I turn towards Turnin.
Mhm.
And he would just say, "You have the same spell that I do. The one to make an illusion."
Yes, why don't you handle sound and I'll handle sight?
He nods his head.
Waiting on you, Bjorn.
I already did. I rolled a 19.
Could
I
you
didn't select the
highlight
token.
your token?
I'm
I'm
just
dumb.
what you in. I'm nice. I'm a nice DM. I'm a
Look,
Scott.
I'm so used to being the DM that I never select the tokens. So
That's
And
funny.
even though Bjorn
Funny.
is can't understand how Roll20 works, he's going
Hey,
first while
hey.
you're talking and planning with Turnin.
Yeah,
And it's
but
like these
this
wolves,
works.
they're watching you warily, but they're not like up. Like they're all actually laying and eat. Well, one of them's eating.
so what is Turnin thinking of, like, visually?
How would you know?
So, well, I imagine he's asking, like, what do you, right? Yes?
It's like, "Hi, so what you thinking about?"
I thought you had the plan. Well, how about a predator for wolves?
Owlbear?
Funny, I was going to say eagle. I guess owlbear works as well. Owlbear it is.
Okay, so Bjorn's gonna wait for the image before he does the roaring of an owlbear.
Sure. Okay, so you're going to, like, prepare an action or whatever?
Yeah. Prepare
For
your
the,
action. That's fine by me.
Cool.
Whatever the spell's called.
Minor illusion, yeah. All right, cool.
Okay. Gadira, while Bjorn is clearly prepping a spell.
I'll hold my action as well, and I will use thaumaturgy to make the eyes of this owlbear glow.
Oh yeah. Turnin,
All right.
give me some magic.
I would love to cast a spell and make the image of an owlbear. However, I have to be real with y'all. I've never seen an owlbear. I've only read many books about them. So, do I need a roll to see how accurate this looks like, or?
I'll say no, it's not a roll. I will make you give an intimidation roll, and you would have had advantage, but because you actually don't really know what you're doing, it cancels out. But you're creating this illusion.
Sure. I will give you a heads up moving forward, Ollie, that if it requires knowledge of something firsthand that takes place outside of a library and it didn't happen in the past
Don't have
month,
it.
don't have it. Fine.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, so I cast a spell, and I make my owlbear the image of it. However, now I'm waiting for the other two to take their actions to make both the sound of its screech howl and the glowing of the eyes.
Yep, and Bjorn's gonna follow up with the loud owlbear roar. Oli, would Bior actually know what one sounds like?
Huh.
Question.
Huh.
I would assume yes, but
Yeah.
okay. Because one shot, we've never actually faced one.
All right. You're doing the magic. Good. Scott, give me an intimidation roll.
Definitely. All right. Not investigation. Intimidation.
I read good, okay?
Let's see what the book says.
Not bad.
Should I?
It's not bad.
Should I roll?
It's actually
the-
pretty good. Like
Could I
this
roll to
thing
help?
is like you guys can see. It's you already are helping. It's just he's kind of
But
like this. You're
But does
like,
Maggie
I've-
assist with
I've
glowy
before.
eyes? Does Maggie assist with glowy eyes?
It's they both would. But it's the issue is like you're looking at it, it's like that's not what an owlbear looks like. That's not what an owlbear looks like at all. It still works. It's still
wolves
scary.
do
It's definitely
wolves
supposed to spook the wolves.
It's a mutated owlbear in the wolf's eyes. But like, oh shit!
With
What the hell?
the simplicity of these wolves is actually these wolves start running far before the alpha, and the alpha like looks and is like, and it sort of like seems to make the choice that maybe I'm not gonna fight for food with this thing. He's already filled his belly. It's the rest of the pack that fails, and he doesn't care. So they actually do skedaddle. They rush off into the pine forest.
Cool. Awesome.
Whenever it's over, Gadir is gonna like give Tiernan some like advice, like some guidance on what an owl bear actually looks like.
So, not breaking the illusion and literally standing there because I feel safe now, I'm going to start making alterations to the owlbear until I come to a much more. And so Gadir is more or less like, that's fine, or whatever. Because again, my character is an insane perfectionist, and so until you tell me that it looks accurate, I will continue to stand there and use time making sure it looks accurate.
Ollie, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna smell the illusion. Does it smell like an owlbear?
I don't think he can make the smell.
I don't think
So
we.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
so.
I'm gonna
just-
shake. I'm
just
gonna shake my
smell
head and say, I'm
it.
surprised that worked. Very unrealistic.
I'm not
I
even.
wonder if I can actually make a smell. I
I say
probably
nothing.
can, huh?
I say
I
nothing.
think prestidigitation would do it.
It can, but
Oh.
I don't think I can
Probably
do both at the same
press
time.
Android,
Yeah.
but I don't have that.
I have it, but I just can't do both at the same
Dramaturgy.
time.
Yeah. So I'm just
Oh.
gonna shake my head and say I'm genuinely surprised that worked.
You spooked the wolf boys. Before you is the tomb.
Dog
It's
boys.
fairly ornate. There is some scriptures on the door and symbols and whatnot. But yeah, there you are. There it is.
The runes, are they also in Abyssal or whatever?
Give me a perception. Don't need investigation for this.
Definitely perception check. Sure. Persuasion, maybe.
I know as a player, those two are easy to confuse, but
Does all the blood that's in front of here look as though it is from that deer?
it like as you're looking, it's probably from quite a few kills, and this is just where they sit. Like this is where they. Perception. There's like the Deset name, and then in the symbols around it, like it actually has abyssal for and you probably can't spell or ask Bjorn. It's abyssal for Orcus, actually, in the actual name, just
Okay.
proudly displayed. It's just no one would be able to read it. It's sort of within the gaps of the letters and things. It's actually pretty damn clever when you look at it. Like, hey,
If Bior is reading this, I'm not going to waste my time 10 minutes to cast the spell.
in fact, you
at this
actually
point.
can connect what this word is because you were reading this language earlier, like however many hours ago. You can connect that. That's a pretty dang important word.
Yeah, there's no reason to waste your spell slots on this if Bior can read it. But that's out of the character. I'm not sure if your character trusts Bior anymore.
No problem.
So
So
you can connect the logic.
He's only
mostly
following
thing
you
notes
till your
spell.
death, so
Exactly. I know.
There's chain around the door as if it was maybe chained up or something, but it doesn't really connect. It's all around. It's actually sort of hanging on the floor, and the door doesn't look locked. But just from you, like you spent a lot of time in a dwarven library. This door is jammed. This door is meant to be open right now, and it's just locked, stuck on something.
before we go through the door, I will ask Bior what it was that said.
Yep, Bior would go ahead and say what is said, that it's a little bit intriguing the way that they did it, but he relays the general information.
I'm going to turn to Gadira and be like, Gadira, I'm not going to insult you and say this is your expertise, but I think when it comes to matters of faith, you are probably the most acknowledged one here. What do you know of this Orcus and his capacity for this?
Should I roll? Do I
Religion check.
know?
Yeah. Just not like you know pretty much off the top of your head, like all the dwarven pantheon, even the bad side. But Orcus is a god of death. He is the god of death, and it's what they're writing in the book is like, yeah, everything alive should be dead. I think that would be much nicer. Life is disgusting. It's messy. It's annoying. Everything should be dead. And he's one of those gods that does sort of seed these cults, and he's one of those gods that actually does give gifts of power. And he's one of those gods that may be a demon or something, but, you know, it's worshipped here, and it's quite proudly worshipped. It's just kind of hidden in such a way.
I forgot that he got beefed up after 3.5. In 4th edition, he got made somebody of significance in 5th edition that continued. Yeah, he used to just be like some demon lord, you know, like, no, I'm powerful. Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
she relays that information.
Sure.
Jokes.
With her saying that, can I also make a religion check to see if I recall anything?
Yeah,
like
yeah. And
by...
one thing that you recall is like, as you're just thinking about it, is like, yeah, there's some religious prayer magic in that painting. Might be like actually a gift or something. Like the power is coming from in the same way like a paladin or a cleric or a priest or something. So that's the main thing.
I relay this, like reiterate it slightly to the other two, because Gadira knows pretty much everything that I do, but the other two don't really. So I relay that to them. And then I will say to Bjorn, just in case we get separated or we need another opinion, can we wait a moment so I can prepare to also read this script?
Aye, take all the time that you need.
I'll spend 10 minutes to cast comprehend languages, so that, you know, Bjorn and I can discuss things as opposed to just hoping that he interprets it.
Yeah, yeah. You're fairly sure that this is the kind of these family tombs. Mm-hmm. You all know this sort of stuff. People will go down here. Like if there's a funeral, it'd actually probably be held in the tomb. So there might be more hidden messages in the walls and engravings and things. So it's probably a smart plan, actually.
So is it like, would it be a catacomb style or a mausoleum?
It's a mausoleum type thing.
Okay.
Cool.
Place
all right.
To rest the dead. Immediately
Immediately after I finish, I'm gonna kind of be like, "Let's go."
Yeah. Door ahead.
If we're choosing a marching order, if that's of significance, I would like to be spot number 3.
I mean, that's however you fancy walking. Although
Sure.
if I say stop walking, you better stop walking. I know what players are like.
Gadira can go either last or side by side by you.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn's going to be first, isn't he?
I mean,
Well, someone has to open the heavy stone door.
that's certainly not going to be me.
And
I
that's
can't
kind
carry a
of
painting.
We have no fighter or tank. Oh, God.
The strongest one of you is your sorcerer.
That can't be good. Goes into again.
Oh
Oh,
man,
that's Brian.
is that really is that really the highest strength in the party, Bjorn?
I don't know
I-
actually strength stat wise, but at least
11 strength.
character wise.
I have 13 strength.
Oh,
I
okay.
have
We-
6.
The
Am I
fr-
going
They
strongest?
just don't assume the other lady is.
Aaron.
All right.
So,
I guess-
I guess you're going first.
I guess
got an
I'll
8.
go first.
I have
Alright.
like 12 AC.
Give me an athletics to force open this door.
I don't
Seems
assist.
insane.
Athletics? Oh, I'm not very
Yeah.
athletic, but sure. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, for the people watching, I have a 6, 6, and a 9 for my physical stats. So
It's not like this is a stone door. You know all about this, and it's stuck on something, right? It's got to be stuck. A door like this doesn't just jam, and you push it normally, and you shoulder barge it, and you probably get a little annoyed. It's budging. It's not moving. Like the chains hanging off the door, they jangle more and more.
Hmm. The door must be stuck on something. And she's like
Must
pushing it.
be demonic magic.
Well, there's no aid that I can offer here. I'd send my servant through the other side, but if I can't see it, it can't get there.
Okay, first things first. Bjor's casting mage armor on himself.
Okay.
Because, going into possible combat situation. And he's just gonna turn to everyone and just be like, "Why? All together now, eh?" And he puts his hands on the door and is like motioning for everyone to help him.
Everyone to help. Everyone give me a roll.
I don't go forward
Athletics.
and put my hands on the door.
Yeah.
20.
Nice. Are you?
It's,
Oh, yeah.
It's only a 20 because everyone worked together. No,
Exactly.
Bjor said that, but he actually
That's
just
actually not bad.
almost
Strengthen
before
it.
everyone else helps. Actually, no, I guess Nient managed to get a little bit of force in, whatever
I help.
strength is left in
Look.
those bones.
The power
That
of friendship opened this door.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Power of
Friends?
friendship and a note keeper.
I mean, somebody has
And
to
that
write about
door just slides open, but the door doesn't
Oh,
actually open.
very
because that's not how
nice.
the token works.
The
But it
ballet
opens
of
up into a
Bjor's
little,
door.
Thinking, Bior.
little open chamber, and actually, like, it's not shown, but there are just steps kind of going a bit further down because, as you've seen, this tomb goes underground, but it's quite a gradual incline. It's not really much of a worry.
Jeez.
This place looks like it probably was quite nice a long time ago, but people don't actually keep up their mausoleums too much, you know. There's sort of like a sconce on the wall where there should have been a torch, but there isn't. It's stuff like that.
Okay. Before we go through the next door, I'm going to investigate this room and see if there's anything of significance for, what's it called, writings and the like. So I'll gladly roll that check for you. Not very good because I always roll poorly as a PC.
Amazingly significant. I mean, the thing you're noticing is mainly the way the inner architecture is. It's very probably like in the olden Lichvale style. This is very showy, very show of force type thing. But there's nothing more of interest in this chamber at all, aside from I guess there's another door. This goes further down, and you're fairly sure. This is where probably the dead people are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this door is not locked or jammed or anything. This is just a stone door.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay.
Who wants to go? You want to go?
I will
I'll
stay
put-
out of
yeah.
the way and let them.
I'll push the door
let them
open.
Okay, friends. As I slowly fumble with the door.
You're fine.
Inside, you see the shambling of undead that very quickly, as Gadira pushes and starts walking through the door, just and like they have their weapons on them that they start to get ready. And you're gonna want to roll another initiative.
Sure.
Oh, it looks as though we have some company.
Mm-hmm.
Gadira is so lovely.
Initiative. There you are. I almost forgot with this. Oh, I rolled like shit.
Yeah, just like you're gonna get a good
I
roll.
rolled a 20 again. Or 19. Last time. Need to get used to Scott's system. It's really good, but it's not how I usually do.
What'd you
Alright,
do? What's different?
I mean, singing.
I roll real dice and use my brain.
Oh,
Not a computer bar.
it's
Right.
you're on roll 20. Step up in the 21st century there, Olirant.
Hey. Some of us have
Right.
real dice.
Gadira.
I have loads of. I think there's not a single person on this stream that doesn't own at least 100 die, and that's
There
just
it goes.
choose a type. You just choose a type, okay?
Oh, you keep yours all in a little box. I'd get my dice bag, but it's behind the
I
microphone. It's gonna
Have too
sound
many
like
to keep like that. It would just
Yeah.
be.
All right, let's stop measuring our dice penises. And Gadira, charges
Once again,
forward
I have
into
a dice
combat.
bag with like 30
Usually,
dice in it somewhere.
I have a dice vagina.
Oh,
Okay,
there it is.
I
Here it is.
have a dice vagina.
I found it.
Thank you.
Dice bag.
Let's not talk about our dices.
Look, just because all your dice bring all the PCs to the yard.
Go, Gadira.
All right, I can go.
Oh yeah.
Since I have the initiative, I think I'm going to. Gadira's gonna put her hand up in the air and she's gonna cast some Turn Undead.
Yeah.
And she says,
Okay.
you come to life, but only for a moment. And she points at them and casts that.
What's your saving throw, DC?
That would be because it's wisdom. It's my wisdom.
Yeah.
10 plus my wisdom modifier, so 13, right? 10 plus 3.
Okay. Only one of these undead, and you don't see, like, you've seen undead before. Sometimes they have like magic in them. These don't. These are just skeletons. Only one of them just starts lurching away. The others do not care about your god and your powers.
Ha.
And that would be this boy that's right in front of everyone. Let's give him the old fear symbol.
Is that what fear is? I thought that was my head hurts.
I use that for fear.
I thought that was like, oh, I got a migraine. Oh.
Do you want to
Scott's
do
doing accents. Oh.
See, that's the symbol I would use whenever Grauman's about to die.
Nah.
No.
Oh no!
Grauman's finally at a level where I get to start using saving throws ability against him, and I'm so happy.
Gadira, do you want to do anything else?
Oh, can I do something else?
You can
Go
move.
for a long
if you want.
walk. on the
Maybe move
beach.
backwards so you don't die.
Nah.
Come with me if you want to not die.
You want to do nothing else? That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Bjorn,
Cool.
go.
I stand my ground.
So yeah, Bjorn
As a blood maiden should.
puts one hand out
You're
in front of
rolling
him
19
and
twice.
casts
Holy shit.
firebolt at the closest one.
Closest
Is
one.
this one?
That one. Yeah. Excellent. This one's feared.
So firebolt, 1d10. He has a +5 to his ranged stuffs. 12. Probably misses.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing where the first shot is always a little wonky.
Yeah.
You gotta get used to it. It sort of sails by, and even as the skeleton is now starting to walk, like, stagger away from Gadira, you miss. And he's like, if it stood its ground,
he's staggered. Yeah.
it'd be fine.
But it's also, his nickname, the Serpent. It's because his firebolt's like serpentine around.
Yeah. Excellent.
So it's kind of like that.
Awesome. Go skeletons, unless you want to move, but you're probably fine. You're standing in the doorway, very defensive position.
I'm actually just gonna run away. No, it's fine. 30 feet.
Yeah, this skeleton is just actually piecing out. Just sort of clambers back into a coffin, I guess. But this guy, they're taking a fairly nice-looking sword and swinging at Gadira. Gadira, what's your
Nice-looking
armor
sword.
class?
These
Oh, God, I
skeletons
didn't see that one
have
there. I'm
high
sorry.
wisdom. What the hell?
Or lucky rolls. And what's your armor class?
Lucky rolls. Oh, also remember, you all have 5 temporary HP.
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, good.
Thank you, Gadea. I didn't
Just
see
a
that skeleton there. I
reminder.
would have helped you.
You know,
Maggie, what was your AC?
I found it.
my
Oh, okay.
AC is
Sorry.
18.
As part of that attack, sir, as part of the macro, if you highlight
Yeah,
her
you
token,
can put it in.
there you go.
No, I almost know what I'm doing, but
Almost.
I don't.
Listen, it's a brilliant macro. You're welcome.
Okay, you are most certainly hit, but the only does 3 damage to you. It's like the skeleton like lurches, and it does like scrape through your chainmail. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt too bad. It's not really much of a problem. But there's more skeletons. Of course, there are more skeletons. There are always more skeletons.
You said 3 damage.
3 damage, and it would be piercing damage if you care. This one back here has its short bow out, and all of you notice that they have like a bow and a sword like hanging off whatever clothing they have, but it's mostly just sort of like straps and belts. And I shoot at you again.
Yes.
But this was like with a bow because it's a bow skeleton person. And that also hits. It seems like they've been waiting for someone to fight, and that strikes you for 8 damage as the arrow pierces.
Holy shit! That sucks.
Oh yeah.
Ouch. Oh.
And now it's time for Turnan's turn, seeing Gadira get arrowed.
Awesome. I see Gadira get arrowed, and because it's only the first combat of the session, I take out my notebook and I quickly start writing notes of Bjor's engagement in this combat. that is all.
Yet, I really shouldn't have
Alright.
leveled these for having 4 characters. Oh well, I guess this will be a short one shot.
I'm gonna move forward, and as soon as I get like a little bit extra space right here, I'm going to bonus action wild shape into a giant spider, large size.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to change my piece over.
Oh, I won't because there's actually a lot of hassle right now, but I will do that.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That works.
That
That
works.
works.
I like
Alright,
it.
So 5, 10.
Is this when we ask Frank to sing that song that you mentioned earlier?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
No, I'm at the booty song.
Oh.
All right, so I'll go right there,
Looking for that booty.
Okay.
As we get like a large
Frank.
spider.
and I will attack.
Again with the spiders.
It's almost like she's a drow or something.
Right? All right. Oh,
Wouldn't
Why
that
is
be
it
a
doing
dryad, though?
Her last adventure, she had to
Yeah.
murder. Well, actually, no. They were friends with her too. Actually, now that I think
We
about
are
it.
friendless
All right,
I
spiders.
That's
befriend a lot of
definitely a
spiders
hit.
apparently.
You know?
Need some spider damage.
unfortunately, I think they might be immune to the poison damage.
They are
But if-
completely immune to the poison.
All
They
right, so they
definitely
don't
like the,
take that.
your
That
fangs
sucks.
just crunch, and this skeleton, I don't know, this guy must have drank a lot of milk. It seems pretty tough. Like it crunches, and there's the bone splinters, but it doesn't fall. It's like actually still like tries now just turned from Gadira to like to you. It's like.
All right, that's my turn.
Speaking of Gadira, go Gadira.
Gadira, after getting hit that, a couple times, she's a little weary of it, and she's going to cast a Shield of Faith on herself to give herself
Awesome.
some more AC. And yeah, she's
that's
like,
bonus action. You can still
trust in
swing.
Hela to
Hey.
see me through the fray, and she gets 2 AC.
Yeah, awesome.
That's right. 5,
You can
10.
still swing at this dude. You absolutely should.
Maggie, he's saying you can still swing at the guy.
Maggie. It's a bonus
I guess so.
action.
He's telling
You
you.
still have an attack.
You
Yeah.
only use
That's
the
not
bonus
a bonus
action.
action. That's like a spell.
It's a bonus
It
action.
says it right on
spell.
there, bonus action.
Pass it
Shield of
down,
Faith is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's
Yeah.
OP.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why everyone's
Yeah.
Well-
I'm down. I'm down with
It's not even concentration, Maggie. Like it's legit bonus
Yeah, it's one of
action.
the
You're
best
good.
spells.
Yeah.
All right.
It's faith.
Yeah.
Um,
That and
You
hex.
work
I will-
for Hela for so long, you get the
I will
benefits.
take
you
a
get the
swing at
perks.
him.
And yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Woohoo!
It's only really a grazing shot, and grazing against bone, it just makes a really uncomfortable noise. It's really one it does. So sorry. Bjor, speaking about uncomfortable noise, Bjor,
So, Bjorn is going to step up next to Gadira, and he's going to try and point blank range fire bolt this thing. He's not really going to use any of his good spells just yet. 25.
absolutely. Roll me
3
damage.
damage.
Nice.
Fire damage.
just doesn't really care about what either of you two are doing. This skeleton has its own agenda, and its agenda is stabbing, maybe eating Gadira. So let's see how that goes for it, shall we?
You have to. She has a 20 AC now.
Oh yeah, that math I can do. Much nicer number.
Nicer number.
20 is a much better number than.
Yeah, 20 is a much easier number to
Lucky again, like the skeleton does get through Gadira's armor. It's more like just sort of the brunt of the attack does. You feel it, but it's only 3 damage. Like these things are sloppy. They're just like they're
If
not
it can hit
attacking.
through if it's doing that's a lot of.
It's doing a lot of very lucky rolls.
It's a high attack.
Oh yeah.
Let's be all right. -3.
In fact, it might not be. It might be doing something very strange with this dice roller. Yeah, it is. That doesn't hit. It's adding a 20 at the end.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
why
like,
it's
how
doing
are
that,
you?
Scott.
I have a
So
20.
I'll just remember that. Yeah, you didn't take that damage. Don't worry. This roll is shit, Scott. I mean,
Wow, good job, Scott.
I'll use
Wow.
the other one, the one where it attacks
It's
a whole
adding
bunch
a
of times.
20? Are you plugging
a
in
20 at
something
the
wrong?
end. No, I'm not putting anything wrong, Scott.
Oh, I'm gonna prove you wrong right
I
now.
thought we were
I'm gonna
gonna
prove you.
criticize Oli, but we're just gonna shit on Scott.
I have 2 versions. It'll be fine while it attacks. Spider, what's the spider's armor class? I guess I have that here, don't I?
Usually,
Spider,
unless that changed, Aaron.
What?
What is your
Became
AC?
Giant Spider.
My AC is a 14 right now. Sorry.
Thank you.
14.
Did change.
1 dice. Da.
My stats are much better now.
It's adding now. It's adding +4. It's adding the armor class when I put it in. That's what it's doing.
I'm double checking the macro right now.
But the attack would of missed. That's fine. That's a very easy thing to go back on. So the attack would have missed. It's like this is a giant spider. It does. I don't think the skeleton was prepared to attack a giant spider. That was not in the dossier.
Mm.
Yeah, these skeletons are just
going after that one, and now the bowman spider is definitely going after Niet.
Oh wait, which one has a bow?
They all have bows, but the bowman is this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that the roller is working as intended, I can see that arrow just bounces off the giant spider's hide. It's a giant spider who you know, it's not actually armored. It's just big.
Mm.
And you can hear other spiders rattling around, but they're not really attacking yet. Turning.
Thank you,
You just go
Ollie.
right-
If you'd like, here you can take this. It's the 4 instead of the 1, just to confirm that it works. You can take that one right there, and you can use that macro. That's a huge monster. So that's just the 4 attacks instead of the 1, and that then just ignore the other 3 attacks if you're only making 1 attack or whatever.
Yeah.
And that should work for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do as my party is being surrounded by these skeletons, I'm actually going to walk a bit closer to about right here, and I'm going to look at Bjorn, and Bjorn, no, there's no N there, and just kind of like see exactly the way he's standing, and see like his pose and his posture, read his facial expressions and whatnot. I'll even go so far as to make an insight check on Bjorn. And then I'm going to continue keeping notes of exactly
wow,
how it is he's
that
fighting
roll.
these guys. So
Something tells me Scott might be protesting that I made him roll
Yeah,
stats and he rolled
definitely.
badly.
I'm not
yeah.
protesting at all. No, I'm just I'm playing my
I
character.
encourage it. I am nothing if not an encouraging DM.
Listen, I only have 2 bardic inspirations. If I use one now, I don't get it back until tomorrow after I get a long
Going
rest.
yet. Going yet. Spider away.
Oh.
Spider. Do spider things.
Spider,
Be a
spider.
spider.
Oh, sorry.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
I am going
Spider-
to attack that one. Oh shoot.
I
This
mean,
one
you're
right
gonna.
here. The
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess there's a web attack, isn't it?
I am gonna do my web attack.
Oh, please tell me you have a macro for that.
I
Or a
do.
spell card.
Kind of. This works.
That's good enough for me.
Right.
Damn.
Ooh, not 20.
Right. So it
Good
is now
job.
restrained,
Oh yeah,
Um,
it definitely is.
which means its speed is 0. Attack rolls against it have advantage. And its attacks have disadvantage, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, it is just tangled in tight spider web, just like. And it's a skeleton. It doesn't really have the force to break out or anything. It's out of the way for now.
All right, nice. That's my turn.
And right back at Gadira. Wow, this sure would be
Alright.
useful if you had someone attacking. Gadira!
Yep. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do? I've been debating, but I think I'm just going to hit it again for now. So I'm going to attack the one that's right in front of me. So then
That's
9 does not hit.
Not enough. It actually, like, you're fighting the skeleton and it dodges. It dodges you. And that's offensive. No movement, no janky plans.
No, why would I move? That's just
I guess
silly.
not. I guess the only places you can move are worse. So Bjor,
And I think Bio's just going to do the same thing of Firebolt. And just for Scott's insight, the way that Bjor is standing is he has his feet teed like a proper firing position if he had a musket, and it's just shoulders to it, hand out,
out one
like
arm,
this,
guided through the other.
and you just go. And 12 again, so miss.
Yeah, you guys might suck.
Bjorn!
You
Yeah,
suck,
no,
you
double
suck
suck.
even more than the Everon
Oh, wait.
party.
Oh, wait.
Well, Bjorn can only half see this target. So, really, that's the issue here.
Of course,
Not
of
that
course.
it
It's
sucks.
nobody else's fault. Just the target being
It's the
haunted you.
lighting. It's
Yeah, of
concealed.
Of course. Of course. Alright, Skellies.
No, they're still adding 20. So
I don't know how you're breaking those macros, man.
I just am. I just am. I call me old-fashioned. I'll take a real dice over this digital mess any day.
Uh-huh. Hey, Maggie, did
And
you have any
Kira.
issues? Did you have any issues when you did this? I don't think you had
No,
any
but
issues.
I changed the macros because I wanted them to do different things than what yours did.
So,
Sure.
But I didn't have any issues.
I miss Grommen too often for them to be out in 20s.
this skeleton like lurches for you, Gadira, and actually like while you're not attacking, like your attacks aren't functioning very well, you do manage to like bash its sword with yours, and completely like the sword just goes skittering around across the room, and it's as it's just a skeleton, it doesn't really even notice. It's just still like trying to attack with it, no matter what.
Nice.
This skeleton is attacking the dwarf. It seems to make that as a more interesting target for some reason.
Oh, everyone's trying to hit me.
But
Come
it does.
at me.
The shield of
He
faith.
smacks
It's
the
like it lurches at you, and its sword bashes off the shield of faith, and the holy energy does like sort of daze it for a bit, and it staggers back, stumbling. Now this boy attacking. Yours aren't doing it, Scott.
Mine aren't doing
Something's
it.
on my end.
It's British internet is what it is.
It's my internet.
It's
my
British.
computer,
It's
my
British
accent.
internet. You know.
It's my
Whatever.
accent.
I guess I'll just have to roll real dice more often.
You know.
What a horrible shame.
It's 21st century.
Yeah, you're getting stabbed, by the way. No, you're not. You can easily dodge. These skeletons now that they don't have a +20, they suck. What's this? This guy is trying to break out the web, but there's actually like almost no chance. Yeah, it's in there. It's
He
struggling.
can also attack the webbing. That's in the description as HP.
That's interesting.
Shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
Gosh,
He's not.
I'm not a cheater,
Oh.
Scott. Gosh.
How much
But
HP
this
does it have?
skeleton here, he
10.
has a bow too, and he sure does like attacking. Hoi! And he likes attacking giant speedily boos. That's British for spider.
Where the hell did
Oh,
he?
sorry. I was like, what the hell is a speedily boo?
But it's just not doing anything. In fact, this skeleton clearly hasn't fired a bow before, and the force of it sends it stumbling into the sconce beside it, crushing
light
it
on fire?
over. I mean, it's a skeleton. It doesn't really light on fire. It's in fire, and that's good enough. Turning.
Awesome. I'm looking at his posture and the fact that it is just awful. I mean, he described it to me, and that was just not good. And so I'm literally just gonna like point up a pen and be like, that's not at all how you were handling the situations just a week prior. Perhaps you should think more of the form like that. Get with it. Our lives are at stake here.
Get with it.
Hey, my first attack was like a 20.
And I cast I utilize bardic inspiration on him.
The bardic inspiration is, you know, a lecture, which is actually now the more I think about it, the more it makes sense, huh?
It's better than me being like, spread your legs and lift your sword, and we can move forward. Right? You know, like I mean,
I like that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
Even the sexual innuendos, you were still fine with it?
Yes.
Look, don't tell my girlfriend, and I'm fine with that.
All right. Yeah.
All right. First, I'm going to roll to see if my web regenerates, and it does.
Yay!
You're a spider, like you web. It's what you do.
It's true. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and I think I can hit that one. I can. So I'm gonna web him also.
You're playing the stun game.
I am.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're just like trying to move and
I try.
shoot web from your behind. It is less than accurate. The sort of the stringy mesh just ends up sort of caught between the two pillars.
Yeah. I imagine like my one like bad leg like throws off my balance. And I'm trying to like skirt around.
It's been a while since
skeletons.
you've really fought a lot of people at once.
All right, so that's my turn. That's all I got.
Gadira,
All right.
one disarmed skeleton, one skeleton with its arms.
Gadira puts her sword up in the air, and a flame goes around the sword, and it almost looks like it is the emblem that's on her shield. And she says, "Through battle you find validation, liberation, and exaltation." And me and Neat and Bjor all get blessed.
Yes.
Hooray! I like
Awesome.
this. That's a +4 or 1d4 on attacks.
Excuse me, Maggie. Why aren't you giving it to me? Do you have something against half elves? Is it something against half breeds?
I have yet to see you attack anything, so.
Oh, I get it. Sure. It's because I'm a mud elf, isn't it? I'm a mongrel.
Also, I can only do it to up to 3 creatures, so.
Muggleborns.
You are the weakest
I'm a
link.
mutt. Because I'm a health.
Awesome.
That's why.
And that is a full action. So you're just sort of there. Hopefully Bjor kills the skeleton before it attacks you with its skeleton
It can
hands.
keep attacking me, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're just little skeletons. What's worried about it? Bjor, magic boy, go magic.
Don't forget you have that inspiration for like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long does it last? If it lasts 10
You
minutes,
also
he's not
get
gonna use
1d4 to your
it.
attack.
Yeah. So you get to choose after you attack and after the D4.
So I'm going to firebolt, and I'm going to use the bless. So 1d4
You
is
get to
another
use the
12.
bless.
I don't
the
know.
whole
Maybe you
time.
need that
It
D6.
doesn't go
Maybe
away.
you might want to
Yeah,
use
yeah.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah, the bardic inspiration
Okay,
is
so I
one
think
time.
I
Bless
might
is
use
always.
Bardic inspiration for this?
What can I say? Spread your legs and lift your sword.
You know, I might as well use that inspiration.
D6.
Yeah.
It's a d6. All right,
Yeah.
another 2.
Oh,
Wow,
jeez.
I'm amazing today.
It's
Wow.
the faith of the dwarven gods, and yeah, maybe my stance
4
isn't
damage.
actually
In
right.
spite
You
of.
actually do blast it again with like another pitiable little blurb of fire. It's like it's.
I put a
might
little
warm you
blurb of
up.
fire. It's 4 damage. That'd kill you, IRL. Just saying.
That is true.
Just saying.
Kill commoner classes too.
Yeah.
By the way, my girlfriend's laughing at me on Skype for rolling so poorly.
Oh, good. Good.
As you guys kind of
Yeah, I'm rolling
may
pretty bad.
be bad. Speaking of being bad, skeletons. Don't do that again. Gadira gets attacked.
Yeah, as Foxfur pointed out, the only reason why you hit is because Tiernan assisted you. Just saying.
If that's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I get involved, we succeed.
Oh,
Just
okay,
saying.
I know what's up. You still have Shield of Faith on, right, Gadira? It just lasts for like ever. Yeah, that skeleton, even though it is punching you, can't get past the shield. It's like you can even see every time it gets to the shield, it's like punching glass. And that's pretty sweet, huh? It can't get you. Can the one with a sword? No. Really, you guys should consider becoming religious because it works. Yeah.
My character is religious.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah,
mine is too.
Well then, that's good for you, isn't it?
I just don't get on my knees for my god. I'm just saying.
When you're not doing it right, and yet you are attacked.
Okay.
For I don't like your roller, Scott. I'm gonna have to take it apart and rebuild it in my own image.
Yeah. Ollie, listen, if it's working for me and it's working for others,
it's working for you. You just want different things than what I want, okay? I want something that works. I want something that works on time. I want something that's not at all like the British train system.
British have
you
trains.
are attacked, and the sword just jabs into your back and deals 6 damage. Still a thing that, into a wild shape, it's almost negligible, but it hurts. And the stabbing. Look, it worked for you. It's great for you.
How much HP do you have?
Thing. I respect it. I don't want it anymore. I'm making my own one later.
Just snaps, buddy.
How much HP do you have total in the it?
Right now, I have 25 left, and that's not... That's only my wild shape HP. Once I run out of that, I return to my normal.
Okay, cool.
Wild
Then I have
shape.
15 more.
Druids live forever unless you do real mean stuff. Like attack them with another skeleton.
Rude.
I forgot you had all that extra HP. You basically have like 2 HP pulls. I forget that. Cool.
But pitiful little skeleton, even while you're blocked between 2 of them, it doesn't. You're able to easily move. Like, it's mostly attacking at your legs because they're skeletons. They're not really smart enough to notice you any more than that. You can just lift your legs away from them. Grab your sword, lift your legs, whatever. This boy in the thing does a thing. Does he do well? Yes, he breaks through the webbing, like, picks up his sword this time and just rushes in with no shame. He can't really attack again because he is doing stuff. And this guy with the bow, it's the spider. The giant spider is in the middle of the chamber. It's shooting stuff at stuff. They're attacking the spider. I want to be more dramatic about it, but really, they're just a bunch of skeletons attacking a giant spider. That's a day-to-day business in fantasy worlds. Wouldn't worry about it. Also, it's a skeleton. Skeletons are terrible shots. They don't really have fingers properly. Don't have eyes. It's useless. Whoever summoned these skeletons to guard their evil lair might have considered like hiring bugbears or something, because this is useless. Speaking of useless, Tenon. It's your turn. Tenon.
Well, I mean, I know that you guys are doing stuff, but I'm sadly going to have to continue keeping notes of what's going on here, and that.
Niet.
All right. First, I'm gonna roll, see if I can reject my web, and I do not. Then I'm going to attack. We'll say this guy. That one.
Which one?
Sorry. It would help if I can point. That one.
Okie dokes. Mr. Southwood. Which would be Mr. Southwood would be a much better name than Tullywag. That doesn't hit. The particular way you had to lurch your body around to attack it, it easily just manages to backstep away. Backstep away.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
You guys suck. Gadira!
Gadira points her sword at the guy in front of her, and she's going to cast Sacred Flame, but it didn't work.
It turns into a weird garble of code.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me close the...
Is that the one that didn't work last time?
Yeah, I just closed it and reopened it and it worked, but I don't know why it's doing that. Nope, it is not working. Why is it doing that?
Do you need to do an attack roll for Sacred Flame? Because I don't mind if you just use a dice. Normal dice.
It's Sacred Flame is you make a saving throw, not a...
Oh, and that's easy enough for me. What save?
It's a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Dexterity
I don't
saving
even know why I'm
throw.
still using this. I should just GM dice for myself. Yeah, it fails.
Okay, so flame-like radiance descends
Mhm.
on the creature. So it gets a radiant, and
You
I'm going to
fire
just
from the gods.
roll my damage because it's being really weird.
Was that just
Nothing.
me or?
No,
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 no.
that was
No, that's
everyone. That's
Yeah,
what happens
that's
when
fine.
you channel the gods. And the
What happened?
radiant energy, you just glitched out a bit.
You went
The
real
radiant energy of the sacred flame is enough to char and break the bones,
It's-
and they snap.
Yeah, it's plus my wisdom, so +3, so that's actually 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that
Oh,
thing
did it
was-
work now?
Yeah, I just fiddled with it. Maggie, that's... It's, I don't know why, but Roll20, you are not the only person that this is happening to. This has happened several times now where Roll20's been giving me this problem, yeah. Yeah.
All right,
So-
awesome. Sacred flame, the skeleton turned into nothing more but bits of brittle bone on the floor. Whatever magic animating it has fled its timid little body.
So
Okay.
weird.
Awesome.
Being a weird.
Oh, it's because
Yeah.
you did the spell card versus the... I think it's the... Oh, now it worked. Okay,
Whatever.
no idea.
Go Bjor. Calling Mr. Blue Man.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Can you roll efficiently?
No, probably not. I've been rolling like super subpar in combat. Everything's been under a 10, except for my first hit, which was like a fucking 20.
Huh.
Yeah, he's just gonna reach over Kadira and fire at the one.
That's not very, respectful. But I guess it is efficient in battlefield.
Reaching over the person in front of you? No, that's a proper firing line. It's
I
look, you
guess.
have 2 ranks. You
Yeah, that's what I was
slightly
thinking.
align-
It is sort of a
And,
firing
and he's
line
6'8", and she's wicked short.
I
Wicked
know,
short.
it's super easy. Come on.
Hey, guy.
Go ahead.
Hey, guy,
I'm
what
not
is...
saying you can't do it. I'm
And
saying
she's
you should
haggard
roll
and bent
better.
over.
15 with bless.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
You totally hit this
For
skeleton
5 full damage.
in the face.
I like that both of us are just doing I'm just beaming
Yeah,
of
we're just
fire, and you're throwing fireballs. It's great.
Well, this is like how Bjor was like trained to fight, though. It's like
Yeah, this is actually now you're starting to use both of you are starting to use this magic. It's in his element. He's getting back into the swing of things.
yeah,
It's
it's been a while.
oh, you
since-
know fire too? Me too.
Wait, he's not Grumman.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's a bit of a familiar voice. Gadira. Standard affair for Gadira. Getting sworded. Oh no, I did a whoopsie. You're getting attacked by a skeleton with a sword.
Okay,
At
gotta hit a
least we have
20.
tank here.
Yeah, I know it's unlikely, but it's possible.
So natural
It's not
20.
possible.
Oh.
But yet just surrounded by skeletons. While you guys are holding the door, this giant guy has been surrounded. By guy, I mean, spider. And they all take their attacks with you penned in. It's going to be much easier for them. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. They get 2 hits off
Okay.
for 8 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
With them just at this point they're just it's like ring wraiths when they go into the they're just stabbing down at you, climbing over you, and this little beastie down here with the bow, with no shame, attacks.
20 attacks.
But does nothing. Tannen, you taking some notes, Tannen?
I mean, realistically, there's nothing else that I can do at the moment. I've already used half
Yeah.
of my usefulness.
Go spider.
Alright, so first, web regen does not regen. Do.
I love that
I-
it puts 1 in red for d6s.
I am going to bonus action sacrifice a spell slot to heal myself. And that's going to be a first level spell. I regain 6.
Nice.
And
That is
then
nice.
I'm going to standard action attack. The same one as before.
Ah.
Maybe I will hit him this time.
That
I
is a
do my
hit.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry, the time of day is catching up to me.
11 piercing.
Oh, that's actually amazing. If only you poisoned them, that would have been good. Yeah, you
Right.
bite and crunch, and you actually sort of crunch the skull of this spider. It's spider skeleton. It's just as you pull away, it's like, yeah, that would kill it. It's a skeleton. It can deal with having its skull torn in half.
You know, the problem is, like, if my character was more adept at handling these sort of situations, before we had left initially, hearing the rattling of bones of skeletons and all the descriptions that were given to us in the first, like, 20 minutes of the session, I probably would say, hey, you've got a short sword, you've got teeth, and we should probably figure out some bludgeoning damage sort of a thing. But instead, I'm just like, I got a book. I'm just going to write down how much we're
A
not
book is
doing well.
bludgeoning damage.
You know what? It's improvised damage, and that's never useful.
Gadira.
All right. Gadira is going to point her sword at the skeleton in front of her and use another sacred flame for 4 damage if they don't meet the DC save.
They probably won't. I mean, they might actually. Skeletons are pretty dexterous. It doesn't. And
All right.
with 4 radiant damage, that is enough to, again, like, it's the radiant flames destroying these skeletons. It's very satisfying. Just crumbling before you.
And Gadira is going to run up to here.
Awesome.
Oh, actually, no, she'll go this way so I can be near both of them.
Sweet.
Cool.
Mr. Serpent.
I mute it. Whoops. All right. So first off, let's select the freaking right token. Gonna move up here. Can finally actually see into the room. Going to, hey, guess what? Firebolt at that guy.
Absolutely.
7. Not
Absolutely
gonna hit,
not.
but- Well, I rolled a 4.
Absolutely not.
He's been rolling so poorly. I don't know why. It's almost like there's someone over his shoulder nagging.
I think I assisted
It's
you.
like you know he's watching you.
Yeah,
Writing everything.
I only spoke once and it assisted
A
you. The
little
rest
more
of the
to
time,
the
I'm just
left.
writing.
Oh,
Okay?
nope.
Just writing.
Your foot is a little too forward.
Exactly.
God. Is Tiernan that bad?
Oh,
Never
straighten
mind.
your back.
So, skeleton. The one right next to Gadira. They actually all keep attacking yet. Like, that's who they've seen. That's what they're attacking.
Yeah, that's fine.
They don't even
Makes sense.
acknowledge what's going on. They've got the sort of the blood frenzy in them.
But what do they sound like?
No words, no real knowledge. Only
I mean-
one of their attacks hits for 4 damage. Because even though they're all climbing over this giant spider and stabbing at it, they're inept. They're useless skeletons. They're sort of clawing and stabbing. It's almost nothing. This skeleton archer sort of reassesses the situation, and you see Bjor. It aims its bow right at you instead of everyone else because it can
I
see
mean,
you quite clearly over
that's
Gadira.
okay. But wait, what about the other skeleton in this way?
It's not as tall as you.
I mean, that makes sense. How rude.
I am
But if it
curious.
rolls a 1,
I have a 15 AC, by the way. With the
bounces
major
off your magic armor.
I'm curious about something. I'm sorry. Would Gadira have known to stand opposite that skeleton if, like, do we know that flanking rules are a thing in this?
I mean, it's basic adventurous strategy, isn't it?
Well, only if flanking rules apply. I mean, if they don't apply, then
Yeah,
that's,
not everyone.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
not our strategy. I just mean, would Gadira have moved to a better spot than the one she did after, her turn if she had known that? Just, retcon for the benefit of the party.
You keep in your place, Ten, and which because of the turn order, your place is now.
In which case, I suppose I'll say to Gadira, Gadira, perhaps a pincer tactic would be better. Choosing opposites, either of those, kind of gesturing with my quill at either literally this one, which I'm sure Maggie knows, or this one over here.
No, I actually count that as flanking. You're either. I count either sides, so you're fine. You're golden.
Don't tell me what to do, young man. Maybe you could be more useful than standing there with a pen. See, I too can make rhymes. From time to time.
Wait, that was a rhyme.
Hey!
Oh,
I
hey.
think she said man and pen. So it was like he goes, "We all serve our purpose," and I'll stop interrupting yours. I'll keep keeping notes.
Yet you're being kind of surrounded by skeletons gnawing
I
away.
am web. No web.
You are not web.
I am not web. So I am bite instead. Maybe?
No, that dice was so close, but no.
No, I don't bite.
Chewing and chewing and biting and biting. Now, Gadira, you have advantage on that little skelly boy.
All right. I am actually going to cast Turn Undead. And that should reach
Reach everything, right?
everything, except for this one back here, I think.
Yeah,
it does
doesn't
not
reach
hit.
them. Okay,
Sweet.
awesome. You can do some
Sweet.
wisdom
It
saves.
doesn't hit this
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. Chat just reminded you.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, thank you. Can she retcon add in that D4, Ollie?
I mean, it's my fault. I can wait till next round.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Listen, Gadira's
You know,
amazing. Okay, we need to Gadira her.
It's
Yeah,
true.
don't
Exactly.
forget,
I feel
your,
really
don't
bad.
forget your D4s, man.
Yeah,
Do I hit?
yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
Woohoo!
you know, that's
Yeah!
the dice god speaking.
Saved by the chat.
Nuffle says
Thank
no.
Don't
you.
forget me.
Yeah.
9 piercing.
Yeah, that is with the
Ooh, nice poison.
the time skip powers of Haler. You managed to crunch down on that skeleton and
That's
tear
right.
it aside,
Awesome.
which is quite convenient because that was the one skeleton that saved up Turn Undead. The rest of them are completely turned, fearing the gods of the dwarves.
Haylog blesses your tendrils.
Listen, you can give credit to the gods if you like, but I believe it was actually a demon that told her to roll that D4. So.
A demon.
Speaking of
And
demons,
Demon JW is chatting.
Oh no,
Yeah.
demon. No, that's just how she envisions what.
yeah.
I mean, she's a
Her
god.
Because God comes to you in all different
forms.
forms.
Hey! My goddess isn't a demon. Don't you say that. That's not very nice.
All right, Bjorn.
No, maybe you
Let's
think
go.
my God is a demon.
Holy,
Oh,
next
absolutely.
week I need to talk to you about something that I forgot. But for now, it's shocking that he's going to Firebolt, guys. And he's actually going to hit this one away over here. Well, by hit, I
They're
mean
having
he's
a
with
long-range
drop.
fight over everyone.
Wait,
23.
did
That's
Yeah!
excellent, yeah.
they
And
all
plus
run away
26.
when I did Turn Undead?
Oh, is it a reaction to run? Or I was using it as they do it on their turn.
I believe it's their turn.
Yeah, it's their next turns they start running. So
Okay, I'm
after
going to
the
choose
Oh,
something
okay.
perfect. Because that's like the 5th time I've rolled a 3. I'm going to make sure that it's actually a 1d10. That supposedly says 1d10.
Yeah, it's
It's 1d10. You just
I've just
suck.
rolled all 3s for damage. But yeah, 3 damage.
I mean, if you absolutely want Bjor, you're a wild mage. I always allow wild mage to font all their powers into their spells to give themselves advantage. It's just, you know, who knows what happens when you mess with wild
I mean,
magic.
you could have
Don't
told me
do
that
it.
earlier. So,
I was waiting
no.
until you got desperate.
Oh no.
It is
Skeletons
ill-advised.
Immediately
No,
rush away. You
not
get
against skeletons.
attacks of opportunity against
Very ill-advised.
both of these skeletons.
Should Gadira get 1 too? Against the top one?
Against this one, yes.
Alright.
I was like,
Don't
can I
forget
keep
your
Yeah.
1d4s.
do one of these?
Can
And
you
don't
take
forget to
much
roll
from
your
two
1d4.
Awesome. I'm
I
down
don't know
for
if
that.
it'll help.
No, that still won't hit. Give me the old dex saves, like they used to do at home. Just like Mama used to make. It runs. It doesn't get affected by the sacred flame. The flame
That's
lingers in its shadow.
Really dark.
Turning.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to come over here. Where's if I can move myself? I'm gonna walk in. So it's this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This is sarcophagus right here.
Yeah.
But it's also cover. So I'm gonna stand in that cover, and as I'm going by, I'm gonna make a few mental notes about Bjor, and then on my next turn, when I have the ability to keep writing, I'm gonna write down those mental notes and all new observations.
He looks much better from this angle.
He does. I know. That's actually, this is his left side's his favorable side, I have to say.
Speaking of people whose left side is their favorable side, Niet.
All right. Let's see if I can get my web back up. No.
No.
All right.
You can't have fun.
Have fun. So I'm gonna have to chase this guy now. 5, 10.
And I like how there's also one turn skeleton that's just like in this corner. It's like it can't run anymore and it's just standing facing the wall.
I'm gonna try
It's
to
like
eat
when
that
you're
one.
playing a video game and the mob just keeps running around in a circle.
Yeah.
And let me roll my
that's a
d4.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Really, have
More
I
of a
been
hit,
missing them by
slightly more.
1 this entire time?
hit.
God damn it.
6 damage.
Okay. The skeleton does not fall beneath your mighty spider claws and teeth. Whatever those mouth parts are called. They've got a weird
Thanks.
name.
Mandibles?
Mandibles?
Jaws?
There's an even weirder name for like the actual proper mouth parts.
Spelunkered?
Spelunkered. Gadira.
All right. Gadira is. I think I can still reach this guy from here. Is going to use Sacred Flame.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love how.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I have to save for that.
Yeah, I love how this stream has just gotten Ollie's room brighter and brighter.
Because it's daytime.
Oh,
That's
fine.
the sun over there.
so
Yeah,
dark.
it fails.
So dark.
Oh, is that what they call that thing?
It's weird. Dwarves don't see the sun, and again, it's like it's trying to bite this thing, and it just crumbles into ashes before her.
Niet, is what she says. It tries to run away, and she's like, Niet.
Sure.
Bad jokes.
Do you want to?
And she, when she kills this last that skeleton, she's going to look over at Tiernan and be like,
See, I told you. I've got it fine.
Absolutely. Do you want to kill these turn skeletons, or I mean, you kind of have to because they only turn for a minute before they start returning to their original thing. So you might
This
as
would
well
be
fight us.
wise for the party.
Bjor.
Oh, we can't just coup de grace them. Unfortunate. 60 feet.
Yeah, I think they can
Yes.
defend themselves.
What? Firebolt.
Yeah, I think you have
Hey,
advantage.
20.
I don't know. Yeah, they're still at 10, so they're just running. But that's a good hit. No, it's not.
No, it's
Oh, I
not.
like the curve you put on that one.
And you know the fun thing is they just need to take damage
Backspin.
to be to resist being turned. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
you just bash it on the side of head and it's running. It's like it just starts rushing back to you people.
Bjor.
And it does. It just starts rushing back, and it doesn't care about this spider in front of it. Why would it care about that? So you get an attack of opportunity.
Gladly.
You don't get an attack of opportunity.
roll your 1d4 though.
Does
So
an 8 hit?
I mean, you fumbled this attack of opportunity, so I'm being nice.
Yeah, so it's a
You play with
automatic,
DMs who don't use
Oh,
fumbles,
was I really
but
fumbled?
I
Ah.
do. But it's attack of opportunity, and I'll be nice because it's quite near the end of the stream. And it just keeps rushing.
Oh, we
It
could
actually
just coup
doesn't.
de grace them.
Yeah,
is it
it's
still
going.
considered a fumble if she gets the 1d4?
You know, I think
Yeah,
so.
it's a
Yes.
natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually run it that way. And then these two are just running, both like stumbling over this coffin over here in that corner. Turning, you can hear a skeleton rushing closer and closer.
Is this one injured?
Slightly.
Which one? The one running at you?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit injured. So he's not like particularly injured. Awesome.
No.
There's like a scorch mark on the side of its head.
Thank
yeah,
you.
just like.
Oh,
So-
look, you have a friend.
I'm sure I
No,
do.
No, he doesn't. He wants to
No.
get away from that guy.
Yeah. So this gets me to 6 squares. So and it gets you really close to Bjor. And so And so I'm going to with only 30 feet moved. I'm gonna really write some good notes. But as I'm scrabbling these notes, I'm specifically going to take the defensive action dodge, and we'll see how things go. That's my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Just gonna run up and try to get a snack.
Do I hear Jurassic Park right now? Awesome. That was my character bravely runs away. It's like the wonderful trumpet sound of Jurassic
Are
Park.
they stuck in that corner?
They are.
Yeah, until they get unturned, but now there's a spider in the way, so they're there. All right.
All right.
Roll
So we'll
damage.
say I hit this one in the corner.
Alrighty. It was his corner first. So
They're just like gonna run at the wall because they can't do anything else. That's
piercing.
hilarious.
They exactly. They just sort of ran there and then they stopped because they can't do anything. Now he's unturned. He can attack back, but the other one is just there. You know, which is pretty funny. I'm encouraging it. Gadira.
All right, Gadira doesn't even move, and she's gonna hit this bad boy that's right next to her with a sacred flame.
Oh yeah. Whoops. So bad. I'm not used to rolling anything. It passes. It's rushing so fast at Bjor. It's not even going for turn, and he just thinks he is. Does it take half damage or does it take nothing?
Nothing. I don't think it takes anything.
Good. I mean, what a horrible shame. Oh no, Bjor.
Do you guys want to take a guess?
I'm gonna assume you fail it as some task.
No, that's a perfectly good, reasonable hit.
I've done 4 damage to it now.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's gonna add up. It's gonna add up.
I rolled another 3 guys.
It's just not got any flesh to burn, and that's really where all the damage comes from, burning all the meaty parts.
Obviously, yes.
I think Bjor should just start taking average for his damage die. Just take average.
Can I actually do that?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think
I was
that's.
gonna say.
Hell no, and I'm
You
letting
wish.
you do
I mean,
that.
enemies can take average, but PCs can't.
Like I do that, that's no fun. There's no way I'd end up missing an attack with average damage. That would never happen. Alright, the skeleton that's attacking the giant spider woman. Let's see how that goes. I bet they're going to be so efficient in combat because they're a skeleton with a sword. Oh, actually, yeah, they hit for 4 damage. Good job, mate. Speaking of good jobs, well done. Turnen, he really will deserve his gold when all this is done. That's all I can say. He
Excuse
actually
me.
did a lot of stuff before the adventure. So...
Exactly, he did a
But
significant amount, and he has a lot of
But he's
stuff
done
to come
the
out.
sort of things that usually the NPC who helps the party would do. That's all I'm going to say.
It's kind of funny
Exactly.
because I describe him as exactly that. So you know what Tiernan's gonna do? He sees how dangerous. How injured is Bjor?
Not at all.
Not at all. Nothing's got close to him until now.
Then you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna do the same exact thing, including the dodge action. Okay, Bjor's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You can use the aid another action to give him advantage.
You know
That's
what?
just a suggestion.
For me to do that, I would have to be adjacent to the opponent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I have not been re-rolling for my web. Let's do that. Oh, I actually get it back, but I'm going to attack.
Finally, yay!
Woo! Now that I
That
don't
web
need
is
it.
really good. I should throw some giant spiders
Yeah,
at
no,
you.
the web
But,
is
you
amazing.
know,
There's still time.
yes, you hit.
14,
Because of the
14.
blessings of a god of a dwarf. You'd
Thank
never
you.
thought that would happen.
right? This has been a weird day for Nia.
You crunch
Weird life.
last life out of this skeleton, and it didn't have much life in it anyway.
Nice.
Just like, and you take your time, like chewing it. You know, skeletons don't taste that good, but
Yeah, I mean, there's no liquid in there for me to
yeah,
like suck on, but yeah, it's fine. It's okay.
thank you,
That's my turn.
Scott.
Thank
Bone
you.
marrow?
Scott.
Listen,
maybe?
I'm
Bone
taking-
Yeah,
marrow?
make some bone marrow.
Taking notes and making sound effects.
It's like whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, there you go. Do you guys want me to do that? Want me to play it
Go.
like I'm playing
Big
Power Rangers
dog.
as a kid?
Go. Ready? Ah.
Go get it.
Hey,
Huh?
It's gonna be a new DM rule from Ollie. Yeah, your attacks take disadvantage unless you make sound effects for them.
Everyone just
He's
becomes
doing like
Link.
VO work on like just making sound effects for like getting hit or hitting or attacking. It's like, yeah.
We have the sound effects
This
from
game
our-
has devolved.
It's got to lethargic.
All right,
It's got
I'm
to-
gonna attack this guy because I'm assuming it's my turn now.
Yes, it is. Correct assumptions. Oh yeah, I'm on top of it this time. 2.
So, just a sidetrack real quick. Can the next one shot be we're all cavemen?
Yes.
And we all just RPS that?
Yes. This skeleton, however, is still going, and it's got its lack of eyes set on Bjor. Bjor, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I have 15 AC, so pretty bad compared to usual.
What are you going to do about this? Might have been a more funny question.
Wait, are you talking about the fact that this skeleton attacked him?
Did it hit me?
Oh, it's your turn, Bjor.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's. I thought you said it.
No, I tried
Yeah.
to. I tried to attack
It
it.
wants to. It's hungry for you. It's hungry for your tiefling flesh.
Personally, I'm quite used to that. Character-wise, viewers are also probably quite used to that. So, hey, 15.
Yeah, Hadouken!
Maybe. Hey, it's gonna be another.
Stop
3.
reading chat, Scott.
It's gonna be
Bad
3.
ideas.
It's gonna. Oh, he did a 6.
Hey!
That's enough to,
I thought it was
and
doing
it's
sound
not like,
effects.
usually Gadira is the one who's been finishing him off, where like the skeleton just turns to ash. This is like the skeleton blows apart and gets sailed into the catacombs behind it. Excellent, excellent. The last skeleton
We're
I've
nice now.
I'll
Aw.
say, for the sake of brevity, you guys do like it, with it trapped in the corner, and yet just keeps crunching it. And even when it gets unturned, it's just crunch, and you actually see its arms waggling as it's being eaten, and then they fall apart, and all the bones fall to the floor after a little while.
In my headcanon, that didn't happen. When that thing ran away, it jumped back into its sarcophagus and just pulled it.
Closed it
back
over.
over. It's like, I'm done.
So tempted to let that happen. They're not smart enough for that. They're poor little dears. So,
Alright.
When Bjor actually killed one, because it's the only one Bjor killed, because Gadir is the real fighter here. When Bjor actually killed one, I furiously start taking all these notes of the form and everything that he did, and I'm just like kind of saying out loud, like to myself, like, oh yeah, and then he planted his foot firmly that
Gadira
way,
explores the
and it was
tube
a push
as
of his
empty.
fingers, and what?
Gadira explores the tomb as intended while Tonin starts writing how good Bjor was. Oh, he's so good. You're a fanboy.
I mean,
I have a job.
did like 20 something damage. in
Gadir is
total,
actually
but
going to take a couple of the
crap.
bones and put them in her pouch
What kind of weapons
for,
were they?
for spell component stuff.
Give me an investigation check,
I
Tonin.
was gonna ask, are these like new weapons or old?
Yeah,
weapons?
give me some investigation checks.
Yeah, I'm looking around and all that jazz.
17.
These weapons are far newer
13.
than these bones. Often in these sort of places, they're buried with weapons. But this is a human mausoleum. It's less than likely, unless it's a very special magical weapon or something. These weapons were given to them, and you can kind of tell they're actually fairly new made. They're not that old. They're fairly new weapons.
What type of weapons are they? Are they just like
standard, very cheap swords,
Okay.
short swords and bows, and they had a couple of arrows each. Nothing really of note. Like as I said, they're very cheap. It's like you could have bought them like in bulk somewhere.
Nice.
Like a weird military surplus fantasy store, which totally exists.
Quick question: with our investigation checks, walking around this place and all that, do we see like these tombs? Are these just for like random family members?
They are all for House du Set. You do notice that one or two of them are for half elves. You actually tell just from there's no bodies in them anymore, but the inscription, it's in human common, so you could read it. It's like, oh, okay, there's a bit of half elf blood in this family. You already knew that. It's, oh, okay, it's more noticeable, which makes her calling you a half elf even just more annoying to you, surely. But really, there's nothing of note in this room other than the dead were raised. That's pretty noteworthy, actually. And the door here, it isn't even locked. It's just, how much longer are we going to keep going? the
Does
question.
everyone seem like they're of good health?
I mean, I'm a little tired from you guys not letting me sleep any, and I'm probably yawning.
If you let Turner have a full 8 hours sleep, he would have a sword out. He would be going in there gung ho.
Totally.
You just woke him up. He's a little groggy, you know.
I've never seen him use a sword.
Niet does not transform back
The
into a
pen
drow.
is
She
mightier than
stays
the
as a
sword.
spider, and she's just kind of like scuttling around like on the walls and the ceilings and stuff, searching around the room.
Yeah, I mean, the ceilings are almost quite interesting to you because you're the only person who can look at them. They are quite well damaged. With your little investigation, are quite well damaged indeed from the outer elements.
Well, if no one needs healing, then I'm good.
Yeah, no, we should give it
And
to.
I'll be like,
I think I've found the door.
Before we go through the door or anything else, the sarcophagi, the reason why I was asking is I'm curious as to whether or not they would have been warrior family members or if there would have been weapons inside. They're trying to find any form of bludgeoning weapon. Because technically speaking, I have a bludgeoning weapon, but come on.
These are not warriors at all. These are like the people who had died, and like as you look, like they're nobles who died at ripe old ages of like 70 or so, most of them. These were not warrior skeletons, which kind of explains things, because sometimes when you raise the dead, a little bit of that is left over. These were just skeletons commanded to attack, and that's all you can tell.
Yeah, all these skeletons belonged in this mausoleum.
They all belong here. I think there might be the right number of skeletons. There might be more, but they all are from here. They all have the same. You can quickly check out the bodies to.
Yeah. Is the party going to care about the weapons the skeletons had?
No. And we were talking, if there's swords, there's no benefit to them.
Okay.
Unless somebody does some sort of RP thing at what's his face there, Tiernan.
Yeah, Bjorn is actually going to take the swords and stab them into the skulls of each skeleton and break the sword.
In case they come back.
Yep. He's definitely seen.
You spend some
like
time doing
before.
that while and Gadira kind of hangs out the door. And
Yeah,
probably
we'll
actually
nibble
that's
at the
why you're
skull
collecting the
pieces.
rest of the bones.
Bjor, I have to inquire. Why is it that you're doing this ritual? I'm not knocking it, just inquiring.
Aye, it's not really a ritual. I've seen necromancers before. I've somehow turned a little bit Scottish instead of
I was
English.
just about to say that.
Elheim is a very varied place.
Yes,
accent
usually
comes and goes.
these magics. I believe, Gadira, please, and Stephanie Nietz, I'm sure you understand these magics, but I thought a body could only be returned once.
It's actually true. Holy.
Niet makes some like clicking noises with her
Arcana
legs.
checks.
I mean, in Ollie's world, Ollie, can they only be risen once?
And I'm just saying, I got a natty 20, so obviously I was accurate in saying that.
You asked the question to test them.
He just asked it so that like he could get,
Yeah, I didn't know on the RP.
Basically for a fact that, sometimes some spellcasters, they can only resurrect something once if they're drawing the energy from the soul. This curse, sometimes the bodies just come back, and this all kind of pieces together for you, and you're just like, I wonder if they know that. It's entirely possible, and Bjorn's actually pretty smart to desecrate the bodies, because they could come back. It's entirely possible. It's less likely that there's actually spells on these bodies bringing them back to life, each one personally. It's more that
Ollie, you realize because you said that I now have to spend 10 minutes and cast detect magic, which of course is just going to waste some of their more combat related spells.
If you want.
I mean, it's 10 minutes plus 1 round to do detect magic and as a ritual, and I think that gets rid of all their defense and shape change. So, that's a thing. Does anybody say anything in opposition to Tiernan doing this?
I mean, mage armor lasts 8 hours, and if Oli approves of what I wanted to talk about it after, it's going to last a lot longer.
Niet will like tap her legs as if she's like tapping like fingers like impatiently, and kind of like give like a little
creepy.
like sound.
It's weird. It's so weird seeing a giant spider act like a person, and it
Is
really
it,
does. It's
Palapads?
gross.
The little mandrel. What are they called?
Pedipalps.
Did we learn how to pronounce that, Aaron?
No, I did not Google how to pronounce
Like,
that. I'm not gonna try. Yeah.
The C word.
Fangs. We'll
Can't
say.
say the C word on Twitch.
Chaliclay. It's a
Ch-
chaliclay.
So yeah, if you want to keep casting spells, but at this point,
I
once
think it's
everything else is
like
done,
like
everyone
Chelisare?
is
yeah,
looking at you.
Chelisare.
Chelisare.
Yeah.
Everyone's what? Did you say, Ollie?
Everyone is looking at Turnen by the time that everything else is done. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
like Bjor's
he's hanging around the room. And actually, one question is, would you wait for him?
no.
No.
Right?
Gadira is not paying attention to Tiernan at all. She's like touching the door and looking at like the markings on it, observing like the structure because she's all about stonework and stuff like that.
Do you want to give me an investigation check then?
Sure.
Who knows what a
I'm not
dwarf?
very good with investigation, but I'm a dwarf, so I don't know if that
Yeah,
gives me...
I mean the
Shall we
most thing
fix
you
this?
find out is that this door is not trapped.
Ooh, whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered
I
proficient.
mean, you can do the history about the what's it if you fancy, but like first of all you can work out like this door is not trapped. It's fine. You're pretty sure it goes into a small little corridor, but nothing else of interest. You can open this without trouble, if you fancy.
And it says I double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. So does that mean I get like...
Oh, you'd get
So proficiency, I think, is +2.
Okay. So I get so 14.
I mean, there's nothing strange about the. I'll say you're looking like as you're going. So far, nothing strange about the. This is a very old human Lichvale style, but it's nothing weird about it so far. It's a bit. It's strange. It's not like okay, this is completely weird. I will tell you, you will notice if something's out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Do you want to go further into the...
So if you guys actually go to open the door and leave, I'll look up from the ritual in the middle of casting, assuming it doesn't disrupt the ritual, and be like, I hope you're not in too much of a hurry. Remember, understanding the past is the key to making not the same mistakes in the future.
Yeah, it will like roar at you. Like a creepy spider noise.
I'm sorry, is that the noise that spiders make?
Sure.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
usually
a,
they
sounds
don't
like a
spider.
pterodactyl.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a spider the size of a horse.
But we've all seen Harry Potter, okay? We've all seen Harry Potter. It's kind of like...
Yeah, but ask Maggie. She has a giant spider somewhere in her house.
Do
Hey,
you?
hush your mouth. No.
Oh, okay.
As
Yes.
Gadira's opening the door, she she says back to turn in,
I've already seen the future, young man, and perils await us, but so does something more grand.
Which is why we need to understand what we're doing, so I can discover where it is, what we need to find.
Well, it appears some of us do know what we're doing. Others of us, I guess, need to observe
course, before
and
we
write
walk
down things.
Mm-hmm.
This
Well-
could be why you're walking down the corridor. I don't imagine Gadira doesn't turn to talk to turn in anymore. She just
does
talk
this-
out loud.
yeah,
If you-
she's just talking out loud while she's
I will
walking.
I will brush myself off as I get up and continue following them and say, all right, but when we don't have answers, I'm sure we'll blame someone else. And
I like how everyone just ignores him.
Gadira's
though.
gonna look at Bjor and because she turns to him because Bjor and her are like walking together and she's like,
The
Why
giant
do you
spider.
put up with that, fellow? I mean, he just stands there writing things down in his book.
Before Bjor enters, he is going to check this hallway for any traps.
well, Gadira's already walked a little bit further ahead, but sure.
I know, she did that before.
I
did
would
that
walk next to
interrupt her.
him. Like if it's a two-breath
yeah.
hallway, we can walk.
So, would that
side
be
by side.
perception or investigation?
Perception. If you're just taking a look before you go, taking a lick before
Yeah,
you go
taking a
further
look.
down, it's perception. It's perception.
I like that we're
Whatever,
just
perception.
we're just talking together and he's like looking for traps and there's a giant spider behind us.
Yeah, this corridor
Just like
is not
crunching
trapped at all.
down to like
Okay.
fit into the hallway.
You do notice that there's like a couple of minor trinkets, like there's a sort of a shelf in the wall that are like they're interesting, but they're not worth anything. It's just that's
Okay.
really it. If they were like you actually like there's like a little tiny vase you move it, it's like is there like a dart gun behind it? No, it's just a okay. There we go.
Yeah, I think like he would just knock over one of the vases with his with his quarterstaff just to check out who like, walked through.
That's the smartest plan
and-
had all day.
Bjord like leans down towards Gadira and just says, "Hi, he buys me free brandy."
I'm also going
Okay,
to,
fair
That's
enough.
like his answer why he keeps
Free
going around.
brandy's pretty good deal, I suppose.
and I imagine
He-
the idea
he
that your
does
name
have-
will carry through the ages also has some merit as well. But you think more in the short term and not the long term.
You're not in this conversation.
I'm
He's
standing
just
there.
behind-
Butt my way
There's
in.
a giant spider in the way,
All
and a
the
giant
way
spider
behind
makes
us.
noise. But
Yeah, you are in a spider butt right now, Mister.
yeah, and the spider butt is like pulsating. It's
Abdomen.
gross. Ugh. So, door open?
Is it open?
Do you want it open?
I mean, do we?
Dear Frack?
Gadira is gonna she'll use thaumaturgy, and we'll open the door with that. So then she doesn't even have to touch it.
Yeah.
She just
I have
pushes.
that thaumaturgy,
She
but-
pushes her hand out, and she's like,
Hi, let me open one door and close another.
You burst open the door, and Scott, this is a good time to end for tonight.
Sounds
that's exactly what I
wonderful.
was asking.
Moving forward with ignorance. We should pause
As you
before
walk
we
in
reap
and
the
you see a
benefits.
dwarven skeleton on the floor. Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
That's for the friend you had that no one cares about.
Mom, is that you?
Dwarven skeleton. He looks kind of scrawny for a dwarven skeleton, does he
yeah,
not?
because I could have used my skeleton tokens, but
They
then
did
you
not
would've
feed
exactly
you
would've
very
taken.
well, did they?
No, all
Look,
you-
the battle mat is not real. It's just a representation.
Oy, oy, oy.
it was like my king skeleton the other day. I was like, that's not what he looks like, but this is what he looks like. Couldn't find one.
I know, finding tokens that match what you're trying to describe.
I know. I just need to make
it's
them
so
myself.
hard sometimes. I'll just get Oli to do it someday.
Oh yeah,
I
Ollie can
won't
just
pay
be our
you, but-
resident artist.
You better pay me.
But exposure. I will give
Exposure
you
is not payment.
exposure.
It's
I have enough
like
artist
I'll
friends.
expose
I know
you.
the pain. Oh,
Listen.
will he?
Keep talking about this, and I might have to expose myself. I'm just saying. So,
Excuse me.
all right.
Then
So,
you get banned from Twitch.
yeah, I know. All right, so
Okay.
before we go any further, I do want to say we are going to be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and who cares about England? And we will be back at that time tomorrow to hopefully finish this up. We'll see if Ollie is any better of a DM than Maggie and Scott, and whether or not he's able to
what about
to
me?
actually
Finish
finish
a
You're doing
finish
great,
a one
Ollie.
shot.
Don't let
Yeah.
Scott beat
No, I
you.
meant just for the purpose of
I'm
finishing a
honestly
one shot.
curious too. I've only done like a one shot before too.
Yeah.
I want to know if we can finish it.
I'm really not a one-shot
I
DM
hope
in
so.
general. That's not my shtick. I'm like 3-year campaign kind of person. So like one shots, all right. How am I gonna make that happen? So all right, let's do some shout-outs. Let's pimp ourselves. Why don't we have Senor Ollie, the GM of these two sessions? You go first, sir.
So, if you like me and like my stuff, which you should, because I'm a lovely person, I draw all the time. I've actually drawn everything that you've seen today on this, and they're all for sale on Roll20. If you care about that, check out my
Except
Twitter.
for
which is great.
apparently the dwarf
The
skeleton.
dwarf
but-
skeleton is
Oh!
like just a random .png.
Wow, but why? That's
Actually,
Everything else is
I
me.
bought
yeah,
this
you
map
just
pack.
you just straight out of the gate lied to me.
Yeah,
I don't
wow.
know.
Okay.
I bought this
Okay.
map pack. This is
You
actually a
know,
good map pack. This is good stuff.
Yeah, usually daily art on Twitter. Sometimes there won't be, but what is interesting is I mentioned that I had a D&D game before this one. That series, those D&D games I have on currently Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The day after, on my Twitter and everywhere else I am that I actually care to upload, there is a one-panel comic update with a journal, so you can see what's going on. You can hear my world.
And Ollie's art is really awesome. You guys should definitely check it
really
out.
really
cool.
is. It's
Oh, and
really
also
good stuff.
sometime on the
And
weekend
he's
I
so
do the
fast.
comic
It's
game.
amazing.
I mean, if you want to see, beyond the speed and the amazingness of it, if you scroll down, if you're on the actual Twitch site, those characters are also drawn by Ollie and other stuff as well. Ollie he's incredible. So
Yeah. So basically everywhere at Ollie.
So
Ollie
give
Rand
me
or Ollie
advantage.
Star. On what, Scott? Advantage on what?
All the attack rolls.
I also Twitch stream a little bit, and they're really chill art streams. I know some people in chat actually do visit me. If you want to just relax for a couple of hours and I draw stuff or a game, that's on Tuesdays and Fridays and Sundays at 9 p.m. GMT/BST, which is whatever time in America.
Bullshit
Who cares
time.
about America? It is only +0. It's only the easiest time to work out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. No, what's next?
Thank
Who's
you,
next?
Ollie. Next up, why don't we have Mr. Frank go? Frank. Bueller.
Hello. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Control Alt Frank. I'm the Space Viking Community Manager, run by Miss Margaret Crone up top over there. You can find me at Twitch/Control Alt Frank on Twitch, of course, or at Control Alt Frank for Twitter. Friday, I run my own game called Song of the Sword. It's set in the 860s AD in a alternate Earth fantasy Viking setting. We're about to reboot that game since we ran for 30 sessions, and we kind of needed to move to 5e instead of Pathfinder. On Sundays, I play on...
So fun.
Oh, it was so fun, but Pathfinder is one of those good, awful things. It just gets more and more complex the higher the levels, though. On Sundays, I play over on Tantis and Dracovin's channel. That is a Spelljammer game. I forgot the word. I almost said Space Jammer, but yeah, I was going to say yeah, it's D&D in space. I play an amazing dwarf called Olag. Oli can attest how good he is and how genuine of a cleric he is.
Would you say
Olag.
you
I
are
love
a space Viking?
Yes,
I'd say that Olog's voice would have been perfect for Bjorn, but you can't double up on accents.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
not
what I was
allowed.
saying. I forgot his voice now. Thanks.
Good job.
And
You have to do the voice
Good job.
now.
It's a win.
oh, I'm pretty sure his voice is something
It's a
like
pretty
this.
typical dwarven
It's a
voice.
pretty typical dwarven voice.
It's
like
actually
this.
very similar to, if it's maybe a male version of Gadira.
It's
which
actually
featured a bit
the
faster,
exact
it'd be
male
something
version
like
of
this,
Gadira. And so what he does is he heals people, and then he pulls out his alms box and asks for a donation.
I love
If
that.
they
That's
don't
hilarious.
give him one, they're
But
not
here's
getting
the
healed.
Get it
difference.
healed next time.
I don't make you pay for them.
Yes,
I just
well,
do it out of the kindness of my heart.
this is why Paler loves me more. And that's
No
all there
more
is.
blessings for you, young man.
I also have bless, and I'm older than you. I'm 230.
I'm not, so I will live longer than you.
I would have lived a longer life than you then.
How do you know? You'll die before I live the ends of my life.
Are you sure we won't die?
But he'll die in
God,
space probably
reel
when
it
a
in
ship
before we go
explodes,
forever.
so-
You know, hey, listen, I'm just enjoying you guys going back and forth for a bit there. Maggie, where can we find you? Margaret.
Oh gosh. I dress like this all the time, so if you'd like to see
Yeah, I
me
know.
as for the rest of your life, you can come check out all of my no, I'm just kidding. I don't dress like this all the time. But you guys can find me over at margaretcrone.com. I'm at Margaret Crone, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, all the places. I do all kinds of stuff, vlogs. I'm on a bunch of other shows for Roll For It, Lost Initiative. I play D&D, Shadowrun, Edge of the Empire, and this week we're also going to be hopping into Prey. We just finished Resident Evil 7, and I'm really excited to do that. And we also have our sub day this Saturday. If you guys want to check that out, we're going to be doing Space Vikings in space in PlanetSide 2, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And
obviously tomorrow, got to be here.
well, yeah, tomorrow.
Same place, same time.
Same outfits. I
Same
won't.
o-
I won't
well,
be
I don't know, I
bathing.
might change it up.
I won't be changing. I won't be bathing.
well,
I'm gonna be in this all day until we come back, until we end next 24
Yeah,
hours.
Scott's just gonna sleep in
You
that.
can't
gonna stay
bathe
in
when
it.
you're in a tomb,
You want to bet?
unless the tomb has working plumbing and a bath.
I mean,
I don't know,
they're
some of us
rich.
Spawn water, and then we just bathe in the water that we create.
Prestidigit what?
Prestidigitation.
Yep.
exactly.
And Niet or Rinsen. Where can we find you? Rinsing, like rinsing off. Oh no, sorry. Sorry.
Well,
Don't laugh at him. Don't even
I know.
touch him.
I know. My dad jokes is bad
At
jokes.
him.
Yeah.
Not with him. So I don't do a whole lot online, unlike these people. But if you want, you can find me on Twitter at Rinzen. I post pictures of my dog wearing silly clothes. And that's about it.
Yeah, why do you do that? I mean, your dogs have feelings, okay? Your dog sits there and goes, the other dogs are laughing at me, and you're like, no, they're not. And then my dog is laughing at it. And
I don't make her wear clothes when there are other dogs around.
If it makes you feel any better.
Okay.
No, she only wears clothes when she's alone. Goodness gracious. Why would she ever wear clothes around other
You've
dogs?
already had this thought process. She's not wearing clothes when other dogs are around.
Just when cats are around, so they can make fun of it. All right, and where you can find me is I am very quickly becoming Delric on everything except for Twitch, because Twitch is mean to me, in which case you know the channel because you're here. But I am Delric, YouTube, Twitter, and other places, I guess. I don't know.
Not to be confused with Mr. Delric.
Yeah, I know. He
He
responded.
You need to 1v1 him.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh man, we should do like a chat.
He also
Delric
does
versus Mr. Delric.
RPG stuff.
He does Dungeon
I sent
World.
it over to Delric. I was like, he's stealing your
That's
identity.
hilarious.
I know. He does Dungeon World too, which is Adam's game, right? So I was like,
I love Dungeon.
Yeah, no, I know. And Maggie like yells at me because I've never played it before, so we're gonna have to figure that out sometime in the next millennia. And no, Dungeon. I was like, oh, this is so funny. So I would love to talk to him. And luckily, he speaks English because he's from Italy apparently. So luckily, he speaks English. And I was like, sweet, we can actually have a conversation because I don't know any of the languages. I'm a schlub. But all right. Anyways, let's all go to bed. Ollie, are you ready for breakfast?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think so.
cheers, mate. All right. That was more.
Cheers, love. The breakfast is here. Oh, you bell and you.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. See you tomorrow night. See you tomorrow night.
May
Goodbye,
Halo
everyone.
bless you all, and good night.